Hey, it's Brian. Wanted to share some thoughts I've been having about the Apple One subscription package. They released this last fall, and it's a big bundle that includes lots of Apple services like iCloud and Apple Music and Apple News and some others. And I was already pretty bought in to the Apple ecosystem. I've got a 2 terabyte iCloud account that's $10 a month for photo storage, and have recently started using that for HomeKit. Secure video for home video surveillance, which is a great solution. I use Apple Music individually. I've got a family account for Spotify for the rest of my family, but use Apple Music so that I can listen on my Apple Watch while I run without having to carry my phone with me. So I'm already spending $20 a month on Apple subscription services anyway. So I jumped into Apple One. It's $30 a month for the top package. I forget what that's called, the premium bundle with everything. And that adds to iCloud and Apple Music. Apple Music now becomes a family subscription in that big bundle, and adds to it Apple TV Plus, Apple News Plus, Apple Arcade, Apple Fitness Plus, so a number of other services. And for me, already bought into the Apple ecosystem, it was only an extra $10 a month, so I thought, great value. So I'm into it in a few months, and it hasn't been great. I've really been kind of disappointed with it. So I'm thinking through, what does this mean for Apple? What does this mean for the broader kind of subscription ecosystem? So, and what does this mean for Apple when they're looking at things like cars, where they've been really in the news for lately, to come in and compete with Tesla, who's grown to such huge market capitalization. So iCloud, great. It really shines. I'm a big fan, very satisfied. But everything else really feels like second best in its category. So Apple TV Plus, it's fine. Ted Lasso, great, huge fan, love it. And there are a couple of dramatic shows and some things that are some good quality. But the quantity of what's available on Apple TV Plus compared to all of the other streaming packages, it feels like Apple TV Plus is the 8th or 9th best streaming package that's available. Apple News Plus, I was really excited to try that because I'm always trying to be a smarter news consumer, and I just don't see the value that it's providing versus looking at other sources to be able to get curated news about topics that I'm interested in. So I've got that on the home screen of my iPhone right now, but I find myself going to it less and less and less because, again, it's just, I don't find it providing differentiated value for me. Apple Fitness Plus. I've got an Apple Watch. I'm big into fitness, and it just hasn't clicked for me. I like the idea of being able to have a connected device and be able to track that data and have the workouts. But frankly, there are so many great free options that are available. And I do a lot of outdoor fitness versus indoor fitness like Apple Fitness Plus. But even for indoor things, I've got curated workouts from companies that I really trust and connect with, like GoRuck and their sandbag and ruck training program. YouTube with some great yoga teachers that have great programs available on YouTube. My friend Justin has been leading boot camp style workouts on Twitch a couple times a week during COVID, which has been great. So there's so much opportunity there and not a lot of differentiation. Apple Arcade, I'm not a big gamer, so I'm not really in the target market for that, but my younger son is, and he has really not been terribly engaged by Apple Arcade either. And it makes me think about other areas that Apple might go into, like, again, cars. And if Apple can't be better at music compared to Spotify, because Spotify is such a superior product in its interface, in its discovery, in its machine learning for playlist creation and for radio and personalization versus just being a library and a catalog of audio. Apple Maps, which I also have on my home screen because I'm trying to be a good loyal member of the iPhone ecosystem, and I just don't trust Apple Maps nearly as much as Google Maps, and that's a really core feature there. Where Apple really shines, though, still is in that hardware integration. So thinking about other businesses, other organizations, and how this applies is, how is it that a business can really find their core competency, what they're really great at, like industrial hardware design and supply chain, like Apple is. Clearly something like with Apple Fitness Plus, if Apple were to acquire Peloton, for example, great fit of that great product, great industrial design, paired with the software. So thinking through organizations that I'm familiar with as well, what is it? How can you take that core competency you've got and build it into that recurring subscription revenue that builds on your strengths? Whereas Apple seems like in some of these areas with again, Apple One, which I think I'll soon to be a former customer of, is I think they're floundering a little bit on those things that are purely software based, where it doesn't have that deep device integration, is where they're struggling. So we'll be interested to see where that goes. Do they make an acquisition? Do they bundle things like a Peloton subscription into Apple One? Do they bundle, and this is an idea from Scott Galloway, bundle in early access to the newest iPhone or the newest Apple Watch or the newest other product? Obviously in hardware, Apple's doing great. The new M1 chip is fantastic. But for all of our organizations, all of our companies, finding that sweet spot, finding that core competency we've got, and then being able to build the subscription offering, the recurring revenue offering around that core competency, is going to be a challenge. So hope this was valuable. Have a great day.